Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. My name is Alicia, and today's topic is going to be about masculine and feminine energies. Sorry, I don't have the beautiful backdrop that I normally have, but it is rainy today, so I had no choice but to do this from inside the house, and I at least have my picture of a view behind me. So we'll get right into it. Okay, so we all both have both feminine and masculine energies, as you probably already know. And the masculine energy is usually the doer, the action taker, um, and the feminine energy is more of the receiving, the allowing, the receiving. And when it comes to manifesting your dream life, so to speak, that comes from more of a place of feminine energy. So, a lot of times, what we do is kind of self sabotage in the way of trying to grind too much, try too hard, try to get too much done. And that actually creates resistance, which blocks what you want to create from creating. So, by being in the place of feminine energy where you are allowing yourself to receive, you are allowing creation to take place. You're in a more of a place of non-resistance when you don't uh, hustle and grind and try so hard, because when you put that energy of, you got to work harder, you got to work longer hours, you got to try harder, sometimes effort equals sending the message that I don't have this thing yet that I so desperately want to have or want to create. And that's counterproductive to what you want. So I've been this a lot of material has been coming to me about this lately. So that's why I thought that it was important to discuss today, because I myself have always been very much a doer, an action taker, feeling like I have to work long and hard, feeling like I have to always get as much done in a day as I possibly can. I definitely know what that feels like. And it's only been recently that I've been allowing myself to not feel like I need to put in an 8 or 10 hour day every single day. It all comes down to alignment over action. It's not that action isn't necessary, because it is necessary to take aligned action, but alignment needs to happen first, because if you do anything out of alignment, you're not going to get your desired results. You're not going to see the outcome that you want to see. So in the long run, it's actually better. Let me back up the truck here. There was Buddha used to say, I have so much to do today that I'm going to meditate for 2 hours instead of one. And all that means is, when you have so much going on up in your mind that you feel like you have to get done, it's way more productive to take that time, even if you feel like you don't have a lot of time. Take the time to meditate for an hour, because you're going to vibrationally and spiritually be in a higher vibration to produce the results that you're looking for. I used to be really, really deep into meditation. I was very good at it. And I'm not sure really what kind of knocked me off course with that, but some life event happened, and I stopped. I stopped meditating, and I will say that it is a very practiced thing. It's something that doesn't feel natural at first. It's something that will feel very awkward, and you feel like you're putting in a lot of effort to quiet your mind down, and it's because you are. I mean, let's face it, it is not easy to stop the constant mental chatter that we have going on in on our minds 24 hours a day. It's just not. So it is a practice thing. So I wouldn't recommend trying to do an hour right away. I would say start with 5 minutes and work your way up from there. And then, whatever your lifestyle or schedule will allow, if you can work your way up to 20, 30, 45 minutes, that would be amazing. 45 minutes would be amazing. Not everybody has time for that. I know everybody has busy lives and stuff like that, but um, whatever you can do is definitely better than nothing. And there's so much free material out there on guided meditation, so it's not something that you have to try to do all by yourself at first. And I don't recommend it anyway, because you're just going to lay there and think about all the things that you need to do next. So I definitely recommend, just browsing YouTube or browsing apps. There's so much free stuff out there, and just start with guided things to help you kind of get in that relaxation mode, quiet the mind down, and it really does put such a vibrational shift in your mental state for the day. And it will help you relax more into the creation mode that feminine energy provides. We weren't meant to, it's not that we weren't meant to put in effort or to try for the things that we want to create or achieve in our lives, but we were not meant to just grind 40, 50, 60 hours a week and not enjoy or relax anything. We just weren't meant for that. We think that that's what we're supposed to do because we're kind of conditionally taught that, like societally conditioned, taught that way. But on a spiritual level, that's not what was intended for us. We are supposed to be in nature, enjoy life, take some time off, work a half day when we don't feel like, sometimes anyway. Again, I know that it's going to be circumstantial depending on what you have going on. But even if you do have to put in an 8 or 10 hour day because there's just no other option in that moment, taking 15 minutes to quiet your mind in the morning before you start is really super beneficial. I know this firsthand because when I was really, really good at it, there was a major difference in how I felt throughout the entire day than when that couple of years span where I wasn't doing it, and my nervous system was way more out of whack. And I can say that now that I've started this practice again, it's not something that I'm falling right back into. It's like not like getting back on a bike when you haven't been on one in 5 years, but I'm easing my way. It was really super uncomfortable at first, and now it's starting to get more comfortable, and I'm really starting to um, use the breath work and go back deep within, and I'm really starting to feel and see a difference. And it's really good for your nervous system. And I know that I've done a previous video on calming your nervous system, which is just so incredibly necessary for creation, because how you're feeling is what you're vibrating, and what you're vibrating is what you're creating, right? It's true. So super, super important. And it's not that I'm not saying that you don't ever need to act. You do need to act. You do need to act, but the difference is that you're going to be, when you do act, it's going to come from a place of feeling receptive, that you've received like your next steps. You're not just randomly working just to work. You took the time to go within yourself, connect to your higher self, connect to your higher power, and just gently allow yourself to receive whatever emotional messages are trying to be conveyed to you at that time. Because your higher power is always trying to talk to you, it's always trying to relay messages of you know, where where you should be taking your next steps. And sometimes we're so impatient that we just like jump the gun and try to get the next 10 steps done all in one day, when it would have been better for your mental health, better for your emotional health, better for your nervous system if you took that time for connection first and completed only one step that day. Because without making that connection to your source, without being able to quiet that constant mental chatter that we have all of the time, all day, every day, sometimes I just feel like going, stop, like, would you just be quiet? It's so annoying. I don't want to think about this, or I don't want to replay this. I don't want to just go away. And your brain, it can't help it. It's on autopilot until you train it to slow down. And that's really what it's all about. Is it's a that's why they call it the practice of yoga, the practice of meditate. It's a practice. You have to practice to get there. So it's not you're not going to feel like you're perfect at it right away. It's a practice. You do it daily and you get a little bit better each day, a little bit better each day. But the first time you feel like, wow, like, I think I was really good at this today, or at least a lot better, because when I finally opened my eyes after 20 minutes, I'm like, wow, I feel really good. Wow, I feel really relaxed. Wow, I feel like I really made a connection there. Wow, I really feel like I calmed my nervous system from the way that I felt last night before going to bed or whatever. It is such a good feeling to know that you're able to do that. And even if you throughout the day, I know that a lot of time, like, we're not going to, a lot of people aren't going to like meditate on their lunch break or meditate 5 times throughout the day to get themselves realigned after getting worked up over something. You might not be able to go meditate for 20 minutes, but you can take 60 seconds or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, however much time you have, to just close your eyes and breathe deeply in through the nose, out through the mouth. And that physiologically calms you down. Even if you don't think it's doing anything, it is. And if you just allow yourself that time to take those breaths, calm back down, you will feel a difference. And it's not just one deep breath. Give yourself at least 60 seconds. Everybody has 1 minute. You do. You will start to feel different if you take the time to consciously be aware of how you're feeling throughout the day, check in with yourself. This this made me upset over here. Now I'm worrying about this over here. Whatever it is, don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Just let it be there. Be aware of it. Let it be there, and then breathe it out. And this isn't this, this isn't coming from a place of sounding woo woo and like hippie-ish and all that other kind of stuff. From I mean, there's so much free research out there that has already been done on this. You can go find it for yourself. I'm just saying, from a personal standpoint, it does work and it's so important. And I'm finding that when I allow myself more time of rest, or just getting realigned because I know that I'm feeling off that day, the more I choose alignment first and work next, it seems like I get way more done because I feel good. And when you feel good, the better you feel, the better your results are going to be. So, anyway, that is my message for today. If you watch this to the end, I really, really appreciate it. And if you could hit the like and subscribe button if you like my material, it's a free and easy way to help my baby channel grow, and I would really appreciate it. So I love you all, and thank you for being here with me today in this rainy day. Hopefully, on what's today? Today's Monday, so I'll be back on Thursday. Hopefully, Thursday will be a prettier day, and I can take you back outside. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye.